Joseph Stalin. His Reign of Terror, Communist Regime in World War II, and Death. Written by Kelly Mass. Narrated by Doug Greene. Chapter 1. Stalin's Personality. From 1924 till his death in the year 1953, Joseph Vissarionovich Stalin was a Georgian revolutionary and Soviet politician who ruled the Soviet Union. He was General Secretary of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union from 1922 to 1952 and Chairman of the Soviet Union's Council of Ministers from 1941 to 1953. In spite of ruling the nation as part of a collective management, he ultimately combined power and ended up being the totalitarian of the Soviet Union by the 1930s. Stalin, a communist dedicated to Lenin's grasp of Marxism, formalized these concepts as Marxism Leninism, while his personal policies were called Stalinism. Stalin was born into a penniless family in Gary, Georgia, under the Russian Empire. He participated in the Tbilisi Spiritual Academy before signing up with the Marxist Russian Social Democratic Labor Party. He went on to edit the party's paper, Pravda, and used thefts, kidnappings, and security rackets to raise cash for Vladimir Lenin's Bolshevik faction. He was often imprisoned and banished within the nation. Stalin ended up being a member of the freshly formed Communist Party's ruling Politburo when the Bolsheviks took power at the time of the October Revolution and developed a one-party state. Following Lenin's death in the year 1924, Stalin got control of the nation after serving in the Russian Civil War and managing the expansion of the Soviet Union in the year 1922. Socialism in one nation ended up being a major component of the party's concept under Stalin. The nation observed farming collectivization and quick industrialization because of the 5-year plans launched under his management, leading to a central command economy. That led to serious food production disturbances, which added to the starvation of 1932 to 33. Between 1934 and 1939, Stalin carried out the Great Purge to rid the nation of declared working-class adversaries. Over 1 million people were sent to prison, and at the very least 700,000 were executed. He obtained complete control of the party and the government by 1937. Other war atrocities and crimes against humanity have been committed by Stalin. If you want to know more about that, keep reading or listen to the audiobook. Throughout the 1930s, Stalin supported European anti-fascist groups, specifically throughout the Spanish Civil War, by promoting Marxism Leninism through the Communist International. His authority struck a non-aggression treaty with Nazi Germany in the year 1939, leading to the invasion of Poland by the Soviet Union. Invasion of the Soviet Union by Germany in the year 1941 brought the alliance to an end. Regardless of problems, the Soviet Red Army effectively withstood the German invasion and took Berlin in the year 1945, bringing the Second World War to a close in Europe. Throughout Central and Eastern Europe, China, and North Korea, the Soviets dominated the Baltic countries and after that built Soviet-aligned governments. The Cold War started when the Soviet Union and the USA developed themselves as international superpowers. Stalin managed the Soviet Union's post-war reconstruction, including but not limited to the development of the atomic bomb in the year 1949. Throughout this time, the nation was hit by yet another significant starvation and an anti-Semitic project that culminated in the Physicians' Plot. Stalin was followed by Nikita Khrushchev after his death in the year 1953, who slammed Stalin's dictatorship and started the de-Stalinization of Soviet society. Stalin was the target of a prevalent character cult amongst the global Marxist-Leninist movement, which loved him as a champion of the working class and socialism. He was commonly considered as one of the most popular people of the 20th century. Stalin has remained well known in Russia and Georgia since the fall of the Soviet Union in the year 1991, as an effective wartime leader who strengthened the Soviet Union's standing as a dominant world power. His regime, on the other hand, has been identified as dictatorial and commonly condemned for huge repression, ethnic cleansing, mass deportation, numerous executions, and famines that killed millions. Stalin was viewed as a mediocrity by Trotsky and some other Soviet figures. At the time of his life,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?